some of you may know, I attended the My Little Pony convention, Everfree Northwest, this past weekend with a friend down at SeaTac. Yes, these do exist, and it was actually supposed to be in Seattle, but they couldn't get the venue, I guess, so it ended up being moved to the SeaTac Hilton Hotel. But still, it was so awesome. And a lot of people really did attend. There were families with their younger kids, and if they were under 13, they got to cut you in line and go first. And there were also the adult female and male fans of the show. That was really fun to interact with them and to talk to them. It was really cool. Some of the voice actors were there as well, but I didn't see any of them because if you wanted their signature, it cost $20. But I did meet some of the actual musicians that are famous via YouTube, and that was really cool. And then I also got to talk to a lot of the local artists that had booths there. So overall, I had a really good time at Everfree, but that's really not what I wanted this video to be about. So that's not really what I wanted this video to be about. I wanted it to be more of a friendly introduction to the Brony fandom, if you could say that. But when I tell people I like My Little Pony, they usually just laugh at me, which that's always fun. But when I tell people I confirm that I'm a Brony, I usually get this weird look from them. It's actually really interesting. So I want to share what Bronies actually do and who we are. So, a Brony is a male fan of the show My Little Pony. Friendship is magic. Get it? Brony, bro, pony. Ha! Okay, anyway. Most of the Brony fandom is considered to be male, but there are female fans of the show, such as myself. There is a term to describe the female part of the fandom, and it's called Pegasisters, but that's not normally a popular term to describe the females, so they're grouped together as Bronies. The average age for a Brony is 16 to the early 20s, and they're usually white and heterosexual, both for the male and female. Bronies are most active on the internet, participating in both online forums and DeviantArt, creating fan art and OCs, and we also put on conventions such as Everfree and even have our own charities. Here's a bit of background about the actual show in general. So, on October 2010, Hasbro recently rebooted their sleeping My Little Pony franchise. And now in its 4th generation, it has over 10 million followers and fans. And the show back then could actually be considered girly. But Lauren Frost was one of the main developers of the show. She's also known for her work with the Powerpuff Girls and Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. So she owns your childhood, okay? Although she left the show during the 2nd season, she's still credited as a counseling producer and loved by the Brony community. Along with the minds of her team of writers, Amy Keating-Rogers, Megan McCarthy, and M.A. Larson, the sleeping My Little Pony franchise was rebooted after its long slumber. So you could say that the show was in its heyday. Oh, pony puns, you never let me down. So the main plot and basis of the show is about one pony in particular named Twilight Sparkle, and she is a student to Princess Celestia, the ruler of Equestria. And Princess Celestia knows that Twilight can't make a lot of friends because she's such a bookworm, so she sends her off to Ponyville, where she must learn what it is like to be a friend. And while she's in Ponyville, she meets 5 ponies, and they are Applejack, Rarity, Fluttershy, Pinkie Pie, and my personal favorite, Rainbow Dash. Even though each pony has a different personality, they represent the elements of harmony. Honesty, generosity, kindness, laughter, loyalty, and Twilight represents magic, therefore giving the show its name, Friendship is Magic. So you'd assume that the target audience for the show is for younger girls between the ages of about 4 and 8. So you'd assume that adult fans shouldn't be flocking to the show, but they are. And reasons they flock to the show is the writing styles, the animation, the storyline, and the music. And I looked into why Bronies actually watch a show, and I found something at herdcensus.org. It's a very interesting website. I'll put the link in the description. And most Bronies watch it for characters, the art style, the plot, and the music. And the hot pony action, there's not a lot of Bronies that watch it because of that. Bronies actually watch it because they actually want to celebrate the show. So why all the controversy about adults who want to watch a kids show? But I know that there are dark sides about every fandom, and this one in particular. There are some things that happen on the darker half of the fandom, and I'm not really going to talk about it because I do have younger viewers, and I know my grandparents do watch this. But all bronies are different, and not all bronies participate in that kind of stuff, guys. And bronies actually want to celebrate the show. So back to Everfree Northwest, basically a whole celebration about the show. My friend was cosplaying as Applejack, and they wanted to take pictures of her, so they'd ask her to take pictures. And I was wearing a Doctor Who My Little Pony crossover shirt, and they'd actually compliment my shirt, and there was a lot of community around us in that setting, which was totally awesome. There was one point in the convention where my friend just whipped out his violin and another guy whipped out a saxophone, and we got an entire group of people to start singing songs from the show. I just so happened to film it for your viewing pleasure. Here you go.
I'm not a fan of puppeteers, but I've been nagging fear. Someone else is pulling out the strings. Something terrible is going down through the entire town, bringing anarchy and all it brings. I can't say I, we know I can't move at all. I curse the name, the one behind it all. Just go, and I'm out in the mood, dancing in the middle of a summer afternoon. Just go.
So in conclusion, the brony community is trying to break the stereotypes set by our society. And who says a guy can't watch a show made for a little girl? But for me in the brony community, it's more of an adult watching a kid's show, because I'm kind of already a girl and it's already acceptable for me to be watching shows like that. But I already watch shows made for kids on a regular basis. I mean, I love rewatching old Disney movies I used to watch, so why is Ponies any different? So shouldn't it be the same for the brony fandom? Well, that's the end of this video. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, favorite, and subscribe if you're new. Thanks guys, see you later.